How did the universe come into existence? In the beginning, there was absolute nothingness. No energy, no gravity, no space, no time. And then, suddenly, everything began to exist. This sudden explosion of creation, this transition from nothing to being, leads us to the deep and timeless question of Parmenides. Why is there something instead of nothing? For those who believe in the living God, the answer to this question lies in a much greater mystery. One might imagine that, in that nothing, there was not just the physical void we know, but an eternal, infinite presence beyond all human comprehension. This being transcends the limitations of what we call time, space, and matter. It is not a being that can be measured, quantified, or placed in a scientific equation. As Aristotle described the first cause, a principle that depends on nothing else to exist, and as Thomas Aquinas later asserted, it is the source of all that is created. This first cause cannot be explained or investigated by scientific methods because if it could be, it would be too small to be analyzed. There is no laboratory where we can study the origin of everything with scientific instruments. How can we test the period before the Big Bang when there was neither time nor matter? How can we investigate a time when the very concept of existence did not yet make sense? These questions are beyond the reach of science because the scientific method can only explore what is revealed within the dimensions we know. Therefore, God is beyond everything that man can see or measure. He is not bound by time or space. He transcends matter, energy, and even life as we understand it. If there is anything that makes the universe possible, it is this divine presence that sustains all, that created all, and that is behind every phenomenon we observe. The existence of the universe, with all its complexity and harmony, reveals the need for an eternal being, a living being that is not part of the universe, but that originated it and keeps it in balance. The universe is not a product of chance. It is an intentional creation, with such precise order that it becomes impossible not to see the hand of a creator behind everything. Both those who believe in God as the first cause and those who defend the theory of nothing are, in a way, making statements of faith. While the idea of a universe without a creator may be appealing to some, it is no more testable than the belief in a living God. Neither of these assertions can be tested or verified by the scientific method. Both are, in fact, philosophical constructs trying to explain the unexplainable. For the believer, however, faith is not something distant or abstract. It is personal and lived. God is not just beyond us. He is a present God. His presence is felt in the universe, in the wonders of creation, and more deeply in the daily experience of those who believe. Faith in a living God is not based on a theoretical conclusion or a philosophical proposition, but on the experience of an intimate relationship with the Creator. The beauty of nature, the complexity of the cosmos, and even the mysteries of human life point to his existence, revealing themselves in ways that human reason often cannot fully comprehend. This is where the distinction between belief in a living God and other conceptions of divinity or the origin of the universe comes in. God is not a distant being, a philosophical idea, or an abstraction. He is the force that keeps the universe functioning, the principle of life, and his presence in the universe is evident to those who have eyes to see and a heart willing to believe. When someone asserts there is no God, they are making a statement that, while seemingly rational at first glance, is also a statement of faith. This assertion cannot be tested or verified scientifically, just as faith in God cannot be captured by a scientific formula. Both beliefs, that there is a living God or that he does not exist, are ultimately based on faith. And that faith, by its nature, transcends science. The real question, then, is not whether we can scientifically prove the existence of God, but whether we are willing to perceive his presence in our lives and in the world around us. The universe, with its order and beauty, is the signature of a creator who is more than a philosophical or scientific explanation. He is alive, he is present, and he is the reason for all that is. Did you like this video? Then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me bring more amazing content like this. Thank you for your support, and see you next time.